employ close to 10 youth. If I say youth, our definition of youth is anybody who's below the age of 36. So we normally will encourage that whoever we give our support to should also translate that the subsidy the person is getting out of it should be translated into employing more hands to come and help in their respective businesses. So far, from the statistics we have done close to 150,000 new employees with this particular arrangement with the MasterCard Foundation. And that is how we see the partnership that we should be going into, so that everywhere there's benefit. From the bank perspective, the bank gains, the partner is also satisfied that they are making an impact in the society. Then the business person is also happy his or her business is growing, and they are also making an impact in the society.
Thank you very much. I think I'm most grateful for those thoughts. So let's go to our director, so from your perspectives, what opportunities exist in the export space to create the necessary jobs for our women and youth? If you can throw more light on that for us, that would be very good.
Okay. We have expected the GEPA officer to answer this. But nevertheless, from the perspective of preparing these SMEs for export potential, what we do is the opportunities that, like the NDPC director indicated yesterday, under the business in a box project, which is funded by the MasterCard Foundation. That avenue has been opened. And I must indicate that that project is targeting 70% of women-led businesses. That means that that facility has been paid for. So, and you know, before you can meet that international market, all these regulatory agencies have to mold you to be able to get access. So we facilitate that access to the FDA certification, the GSA certification, and that for us we continue to do that, so that on the export-led activities, the GEPA plays that role. Then we also are looking at the Ghana Transformation Economic Project, which provides substantial grant to potential growth SMEs in the women-led businesses. That a lot of them have done. We believe that it will continue. So those who are in that category and have met the regulatory agencies' specifications and certified, I think the next stage is to be encouraged that they come to our office with process them for support.
Okay, thank you very much for that as well. So let's move on to the youth area. So that's the director from Youth Employment Agency. Good. So at least a number of initiatives we have heard from other panelists. The concern now is what are the challenges that's making it difficult for the youth to take advantage of this, and how do you think we can overcome this so that we can create more jobs for the youth? Since you know youth employment is a major development concern for us as a country.
Yes, for me, as we all know, basically youth employment, our main purpose of existence is to create jobs for the youth, or if like locate where the jobs are or wherever the jobs are for our youth and women, not really. But here is the case where we have our traditional way of dealing with issues, like the models that we have. The models are crafted at the national level without, for me, if the agency would allow for local participation, or maybe if you are a worker or a head of the institution, either at the regional level or the district level, you look around your environment to see if there are things that you can take advantage of, like the folio production in Chereponi area, where we can have some of our youth going into that production. And then maybe rice production in the Yagaba area, where we can craft models at the local level to take care of things like that. I think when we're able to do that, it will help us a lot. Secondly, we should be able to have our development partners or sister agencies or government agencies within the local level to collaborate very, very well, so that at least, we have MASLOG, NIP, and other agencies that can help within the local setting. NIP, for instance, this Yuntoo program that has just been rolled out, we can collaborate seriously with them so that we can get some of our youth to support their businesses, because this Yuntoo is basically to support businesses and even startups. So I believe that when we're able to do this collaboration very well, it can help within our local setting, so that we can know these are local businesses that are striving, we can support them and even provide training or programs like entrepreneurial trainings for the youth, so that they can take advantage of some of these initiatives. And then this director, City, I'm happy that director is here. I know in his office or his area, there are a lot of models or programs that the youth can get involved when we are given the opportunity. So I would want to work closely with some of these agencies to support our teenage youth to be able to get something to it. Since we all know that government cannot do it all, it's only the business or private sector that will support government in terms of job acquisition or job hunting. So I want to believe that from now, in fact, some of you will see in your offices to have a discussion on how to collaborate so that our youth will benefit from this.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So you touched on some key agencies as well, and you referred to the development partner. So fortunately for us, we have a development partner on the panel, so it's good to just continue from there. So we want to go to GIZ now. You've done a lot of extensive engagement with youth and women. So we want to share some of the perspective with us. How do we build on all the work that you have done and all the initiatives that we have to make sure that we create the necessary relationships and necessary partnerships, all for the objective of creating jobs for our women and our youth. So please share some of the findings with us. GIZ.
All right, thank you very much. So on the side of GIZ, specifically with the support we give to the MMDs is purely technical, and the intention is to ensure that the capacities of the technical officers within the MMDs are well enhanced. And the belief is that if it's well enhanced, it will help in ensuring that the district is very proactive in terms of economic and also any other scale of development. And that will also create a very good environment for business to strive. I must also add that the trust of this particular project, that is the governance project that I am part of, is to ensure that all our interventions become inclusive. Inclusive means we are leaving no one behind, ensuring that women, the youth, and all PWDs are all involved in our interventions. So I believe that the capacities that we give to the districts in ensuring that they are able to provide a very good and healthy atmosphere for business to strive, it will go a very long way to help our youth and women to be able to do business properly.
Thank you very, very much. So capacity building is very, very important. So then, the other agency that was also referred to is NPIP. So we go to yes, thank you very, very much. So let's help us also to get some insights into the references that have been made regarding the Jumara initiative. In this part of the region, what other partnership do you think is very, very necessary for us to foster to make that program a success so that we can employ more youth and women in this agenda?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity once again. So, NERP, as I said earlier on, means National Entrepreneurship and Innovations Program. It started at Youth Enterprise Support in 2014 before 2017. The name was Christian to National Entrepreneurship and Innovations Program. The mandate of the program is to foster, enable, and nurture entrepreneurs, startups, and innovation. So what we basically do is to look at ways to get young men, young women to turn their ideas from their rooms or whatever they have then to the market. So we nurture entrepreneurs, we accelerate and also help them to put their ideas in a good shape. So having been assistant for about more than a decade, 2014 up to now, one of the policies that the current government is championing is the Jumara program. The Jumara program, as we have known it, is being implemented, means to have people own their own jobs. You should own a job, a business. It was launched on the 28th of April by the President. And what it sought to do, or it seeks to do, is to reorient the Ghanaian youth that it's not comfortable, it's not okay to complete university or to sit in your home and be looking at central government or local government to provide you with jobs. It's about time you reorient the youth mind to be able to start their own business and own their jobs and create jobs for some of their youth. So what the program seeks to do is to provide entrepreneurial skills training for at least 10,000 youth every year. At least 10,000 youths every year. Youth-led businesses. So with regards to Jumara, when we're talking about youth, we are looking at people between the ages of 18 and 40 years. Globally, the youth policy says that a youth between 18 and then 35. But in our context, we are taking it from 18 to 40. So as I said, the program was launched. We are looking at providing entrepreneurial skills training to at least 10,000 young men. The program application app was launched the very day the President launched it in Kumasi. People have applied. At the last count, we had almost 60,000 people expressing interest in the Jumara program. The portal has been closed. We have a program that exists at the national level. We don't have regional offices, we don't have district offices. So to make sure that every aspect of our society in terms of the youth are part of it, hard copies of the forms were distributed to the 261 Youth Employment Agency offices. So we're collaborating with the Youth Employment Agency to make sure that those who are not digital savvy and they cannot go online to apply through the digital platform, they get the opportunity to apply through these hard copies. The president says 60% of the beneficiaries should be women. So it's an inclusive program that will prioritize women and people with disabilities. As our people mother said, it's not just about saying that you're a woman, it should be a woman who is ready to work. A woman who has an idea. We say the idea must be viable, it must be scalable, it must be feasible and bankable, and has the potential to create jobs. So if you're a young woman who has an idea which is viable, it is novel, it has the potential to create jobs, the Numero program is one of the programs you come on. So people with disabilities and then women are supposed to constitute 60% of the Numero program. As I said, it's an entrepreneurial skills development program. It's not a technical and vocational skills. So we are applying for the Numero program. We are coming to talk on how you should think as an entrepreneur, and before you even come, you should have an entrepreneurial mindset. It's not about sitting in your room, then you say, okay, my party has won, I'm going to apply to a Numero program, I want to start a business. No, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. There must be something strong in you. You must have an idea that you feel strong about it. So it's not just about having a business, but with ideas, you can come to the program. So we do ideation and then acceleration. Once you have an idea, you feel strong about it, you are not looking for financial support to implement it. The Numero program does that for you. So the Numero program is for the youth from 18 to 40. Either you have an idea, you already have an existing business that you need support. So they will take you through a 5-week training, 2 weeks of core life skills or soft skills, we call them, about business ethics, a real of their mindset, the problem solving skills, how to identify a problem, and all that. Then we have another 2 weeks of entrepreneurial skills. Then 1 week of business proposal writing, how to write a solid, bankable proposal. We get calls from people who think that it's about vocational and technical skills. But it is not providing technical and vocational skills. It's about business, entrepreneurship skills. So on the part of what NERCC is doing and what we can collaborate with others, it's about us identifying young men. If you're an opinion leader, a peer mother, a politician or whatever, identify young men who have businesses that when they support them, they have the potential to create jobs for other people, let them apply. It's for the entire youth of the country. It's not a political driven program. We are looking at the impact it can create. We are seeking that at the end of this program, which will be implemented every year, 2 jobs will be created from these 10,000 businesses we are going to implement. So the target is that every year at least 20,000 jobs will be created from these 10,000 youth-led businesses we will support them.
Thank you very, very much for that very useful information. So now we want to tie all that we said together. So we can't go anywhere apart from our regional technocrats. So our regional chief planning unit is also here. So Director, please, how do you put all this together at the regional level?
Thank you very much. Yes, I believe that the tiers of the local government service structure, I think the RCC is second. Yeah, and it has a role, main role of coordinating, monitoring, evaluation, planning, programming activities, monitoring, evaluation, supporting and enhancing the capacity of the PPCs of other assemblies technically to be able to leverage on support for the private sector, the communities, citizens, in a way of addressing poverty issues, and general development issues. Now, so as an RCC, we have a vision of a dynamic, safe, livable, resilient, and sustainable region. Now, our group as an RCC cannot be implemented and without the structure within the RCC, which is the regional planning coordinating unit, and I lead the technical RPC unit. Now, my role, and from the RCC's role, is like a choir master. The choir master identifies all the parts that sing to ensure that people who are sick are healed through the music. People who don't really know how to sing will sing well. You play this, you play that together. So, all of you here are the children of the RCC. And the duty of the RCC is to ensure that the children fare well. They go to school, they have their health needs, their water and sanitation needs, they produce good crops, and then also get markets. Now, what is the role of the RCC in this venture? Now, the third tier, which is this is municipal and metropolitan assemblies, they are supposed to ensure that the resources at the local levels are identified and adequately harnessed. Then, where there is a gap, the RCC identifies those gaps, the need gaps, and bring them to bear, leverage the capacities of the RCCs. So then, if the districts have a data need, which they cannot access, they have to come to the RCC to provide that data. They might not, I don't mean, when I say RPC, it's not the secretariat, my office. But the RPC is constituted by all key heads of the department, of the regional departments, and also other stakeholders, which goes into expanding the RPC, including the traditional council. We also have the representative of the region and the National Development Commission. I saw him the title, but it's not been invited, or maybe he has not been here. So in a nutshell, the RCC is to ensure the total and holistic development of the region through harnessing of various resources to support where it's needed. So all of you here are our children. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a good way of bringing our discussion to close. But at this point, we want to open the floor. Yeah, I haven't closed, sorry. That's a good point. Yeah. So we want to open the floor. Perhaps, okay, please, Kumara wants to add something small before we go to the other discussion.
Yes, what I want to add is, if I know the IE or YE, there's you have kept the way you are going to work. But GIZs are the beneficiary. After benefiting the mentorship of GIZs, I actually knew what business means. So mentorship is key if you want to support our women.
Okay.
So but looking at the Yuntoo-Nasuan program, the way you have started, we pray if it succeeds, there will be creation of jobs. So don't sell it to the political way. You follow who wants to and who wants to be supported. But I think this project is in Yuntoo, but I didn't see anyone from Yuntoo. So even if next time, then coming here alone is something. It's something. So next time, if there's something like this, the Yuntoo should be added, and then they come and learn. Women will pick a lot, even they don't understand, but there's a lot they have learned, and it will improve their lifestyle.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so you have like 20 seconds to let me go. The audience are willing to do some follow-ups. Let's hear from you. Yeah.
This one, I think I want to debate a little bit because since yesterday, part of my.
So then let's do that. concluding.
No.
When we are concluding, we get longer ones. Okay. So don't worry, we'll give you the opportunity. Okay, please.
Thank you very much. In the spirit of partnership with them.
Audience, let's see by hand those who want to.
Yeah, they've been identified.
They'll be identified.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So we have our beautiful lady here from HLTO.
Okay. Please, let's keep it brief, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon once again.
Afternoon, madam.
I'm Grace, Regional Sales Manager from HLTO, now 80. In fact, I'm glad to be part of this forum. I have learned a lot. And the little I would say is, in fact, in our 80 business CSR, we have a project like this that we are running. So what I would say is I will have to meet the reps in charge. Then I will take in their input on how they want us to support. And I also communicate that to our management. 80, we have your back, honestly speaking. When it comes to your telecom needs, I will ask that you choose it. Because we have very affordable data packages, we have very affordable voice packages. In fact, our e-money platform is the secured e-money platform you can ever think of. And so in your economic activities, definitely you are going to do transactions, and that involves money. I will request that you choose e-money to do all your transactions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there's a hand over there.
There's another lady here.
Okay. So please briefly tell us who you are and where you are.
My name is Hawa,
Okay.
Sarah Hawa, but my English is not correct.
No,
So if I just say something. No, my English. I'm a Kente weaver.
Okay.
I started it maybe 70 years today. I have my own shops in Wale. But I've been telling lies for 70 years today. Anytime I want the children, I will tell them NGOs of the day so that I can pick them free and train them. Because the children, they don't want the work. But if you say they should come and pay, they don't get the money unless you tell lies before. Money is here. So I will tell lies and go to my comfort and say, if it is any opportunity, they should tell me so that I will help the children. That's what I've been doing. So now, last year I passed 20 apprentices free. I train them free. Up to now, my shop is full with apprentices. All of them is free. That's what I've been telling us. So, but if they complete the work and they go and weave the cloth, who will buy it? So sometimes they will call and I say, you should bring it. I have customers. I will sell it for you. They will bring it and I will pay them the same price and they will sell it. So I'll give the money to them so that later they will go and start it again. So we want government to come to our aid so that they can import the cloth so that the children will still get money. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Adam Mustafa is my name from Asi. I'm very happy we are all here. But our presence here is to see to it that our mothers and sisters go through or succeed in their businesses. But then where we've reached now, or to get this section, I think is the most important for the women. But before I continue, if you all want to be with me to ask my sister, I'm touched by her elements. Ask her whether she has registered her business or not. That's the first place. She's registered. Thank you. Then the GA man should handle this. The second one has to register. My brother from the youth employment agency or youth authority spoke a lot, but he forgot of one thing. I didn't hear him from what is his speech or presentation mentioned something about codex. You all know today Bunkpurugu is ruling the world, but I didn't hear him from that. It's part of the government initiatives. I want him also go this was launched, none of them is aware. That's one. Secondly, what they need to also go for the application is another point. There was no centralization. Anytime something of that nature happened, that is why my grandmother always say they give it to their politicians. It's true. This one goes to my uncle from GA. Anytime they need data, they look for businesses. When they got that, then they now use the data, turn it to money to their partners. We don't want to see that one. So that is it. I will not talk much for now. Yes.
Thank you very much for contributions. Our honorable DC from Chereponi has a question or contribution.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Please, I just want to add something small to what my brother said. We need to do the education. Let's take the Admiral form for instance. Our people are just sitting looking for or thinking that they will just come and give money for them free without understanding the program. What you are saying, they have to look for those who are capable to do business so that they can also bring people on board. I think that one, so we need a serious education for those who are going to benefit, especially by ourselves and then the 1 year director from region from the district and then also the disaster. If not, they will take the money, they will take whatever they are supposed to take, but within 1, 2, 3 years, you see that they are down and it will not hurt. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes, please.
We need a serious education.
Yes.
I want to thank the GA man, Maria, my sister B, because her story touched me. She trains, and what even buying from them
For 17 years.
for 17 years. I think something must be done to alleviate a problem. I don't know what is the commitment.
Someone says outside. They say outside. Any more? Okay. Yeah.
Hello. Rebecca Moore. Rebecca Moore na the Pokemon na yesigna. Zina Tumbai Bunkpurugu-Nakpanduri District, the Palpin Harry Boncha, Nandangan Leva, the Bayets Nande. The Gan to Mumba, the Mumba Yoga, Tinabina, Kuma Abbott, Tumono, Bunkpurugu-Nakpanduri. Port Jabjit, Promote to Magana. Kerpanti Probably. To compare them, that was you be able to put into convent. Now, let us ask here. The Bambin Adasian by we will put the bunch of poor, come up poor and who only. The turn to us, now 2 months batun, could you put the pattern of Sasia? Now, not about to Mumba or Munana, you got it in them, could you battle a poor battles? Could you walk away to Mahasum to visit young Nathan? Martin, the love of Digging Amamua until we create this morning. I know that will tell Banumba to do a Mungu. Tim Dolo Robert's name. Not to go, Timuna Maramba, Chaman Nagatin. Now, what's the man? That don't quite a quarter of Banubana. What does the bomb quite to the other? The Gansam for the passing to the Dasian by the bar, Tian, Tomoso, Mulantian, Belua, Kuntaban, the water Mama. Now, took a for the children, and I will know the Banubana. The bar, and then I took a young quarter. The time the Sierra
Someone is needed Imuru Maham. You are needed behind. Imuru Maham. Mariama.
Monica, come here. There's your hand here.
No, this lady has was up.
Okay, so let's make it brief. 1 minute, yeah.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon. I'm Musa Shawan and Chereponi, the founder of Tisha Enterprise. Actually, as the Queen Mother was saying, every business, you must have the mindset. I started my business with 20 cedis. That was the money my husband gave me for cooking. I just used it to start the business. And that was in 2018. But that was the same day I got my profits and my money back, and I used the money to cook. And it was with the profits from the profits that is outside there. But to be frankly speaking, in 2019, my husband was jailed. And up to now, my husband is still in jail. This is the only child we have. But from the business, we have survived everything. But I thank God for everything. Yes.
Thank you very much. That's a very emotional story and statement.
Okay, so
I think
there was a hand.
that will be the last one.
Alaji at the back, please. Last one, Alaji at the back. No, he's Alaji, briefly.
So thank you very much.
Alaji, you have 1 minute.
Okay, I'll do it exactly in 1 minute. My question goes to the Youth Employment Agency Director. Apart from the central government created jobs where the agency at the regional and national level are required to recruit, train, and deploy workers to work. Is it common for the agency, for instance, at the national level, to identify the employment opportunities such as maybe polio cultivation, then recruit the youth, empower them, and deploy them to work around that area? Is it common? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I think we come back to the panel. We'll do it this week. 1 minute per person, but you are not forced to talk if you don't want to talk. If you want to respond to anything, you can do so. If you also don't want to say anything, we'll thank you. So we'll start with Absa. Then also have the direct question. You respond to that also within your 1 minute. So Absa, let's go.
Thank you so much. It's an eye-opener being here and the stories that we are here. I just want to encourage everybody that businesses have the capacity to grow, and the avenues to support those businesses to grow exist. So it's important that we make it intentional to always look for the opportunities that are around us to scale up our various businesses. And in even scaling up the businesses, I just want to appeal to us all that let's be deliberate about succession planning. We want our businesses to grow beyond us. So if for any reason you are running your business, kindly look for somebody who has the interest a program like this, your shop is not locked. So I just want to encourage us to, let's not be close, let's not be selfish. Let's get somebody and train, let them get to know the work. And who knows, you can go around looking for money while those people are running the business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1 minute.
Yes, I was also asked to translate more of the...
Okay, that's fine.
My sister said bringing them here is empowerment, because they have seen other people, the package they did, and have also learned on how registrations of certificates are done. So they are so happy about that. But there's a lot of women like her in the place, which they don't even know anything. So if agencies that are here can also come down to the community to educate more, that has been tied equally in rubber for long. And it's the community that buys. It's HOLIDO who have helped her HOLIDO who have helped her to now be able to get the stickers. But getting the stickers, she was happy, but when she came here and saw other packaging, she saw that it's more better. So she has learned a lot. Okay. Now, we women who are here, from my experience, I have to say that we have to follow mentorship. We have to register our groups. We have to also bookkeeping. If I had certain knowledge like I see today, I would have been very rich. First, I thought it's bringing me money. That is what will make me rich. But now I've learned that certain petty things that you do, that will make you rich. Example, there was a time we went to Best Buy and took a loan. They gave us this loan like 1,000. That's big money. That was in 2012. But there were other friends who were with us who sell clothes and Maya-fees and others. So after picking the loan, the Maya-fee seller and the cloth seller is in the group. He said, hey, madam, you see this cloth? It's nice. The Maya-fee is nice. So you just pick from the loan money. And just buy. So if you just buy, when you buy the cloth, that same woman will tell you that it will connect with this Maya-fee, this standards. So maybe at the end, you buy 200 and go. Now you go to the market and you buy, let's say, a bag of garri. Immediately you come home, a sister comes to greet you. Hey, your garri is nice. So let the price small for you so that you can give it to your children. You will not even calculate. But at the end, we can't pay the loan. And we now say the banks are spiritually, they take our money. Then before you say that, your friend in the group will tell you that his husband is a mother. Please, women, you have to. So you now start going round, finally the bank will be chasing you. But through some mentorship, I now know when I take 1,000, my interest I'm to pay so I calculate, I know the labeling, the amount I'm supposed to pay, the profit I'm supposed to make. So, bookkeeping is key. This one is what? You are G, please, because it's like we are closer to you in the community.
Okay.
So you mentor us and you send us to, and then the other two, so that they'll pick it from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. G is okay. So 1 minute.
Thank you, sir. So GA and these offices in the BACs will continue to facilitate business development services to our charity clients. What will advise? I was advising my officers that we are developing the district under some projects like the safety network and other. You have a lot of clientele base that have to be offloaded to the BACs to facilitate their access to business formalization. That is registration of their certificates. They should register their business and get the right certificate. and the right business, we need to link up with these banks. I know the rural banks are not so much sophisticated asking for their business certificates, but it is a good thing. I think that we should put in as one of the criteria to encourage them.
Okay.
So I think at the small business level, you can, those Apex Bank was using our certificate, the community banks were using. If you have our certificate, they will allow you to open an account with them, so that fragiles from the start, they know what to do in the business space.
Okay.
So Madam's case, we identified that. We identified a unique role that she's been playing there. And so we've assisted her in some way. The last being the business in the boss project, we identified her as one of the key master craft person. And we ensured that all her apprentices that were about to pass out were supported. Unfortunately, we have not been able to give them all the startup keys. But what we ensured was that every apprentice, she has some benefits from them. And so our thinking that is that the current administration's apprentices for project will continue. Okay. But it didn't pass through us. But we collaborate with you so that people like Madam will continue to benefit and support the living society.
Okay, thank you very, very much. So, why you have the question, so you can address the question, and your concluding remarks, all in 1 minute.
In fact, I have 2 questions.
So, say all in 1 minute.
Okay. Someone was asking about Codex program or whatever. And then to respond to that quickly, we have a program called Virtual Assistant Training Program, which is to train young men and women to take up a job, to work remotely using technology. You will sit at home and do the work wherever you are assigned to do, and then will be paid very well. In fact, the latest program we have, I think they will pay in dollars because it falls under our job abroad system. So we will get some jobs from outside the country, and you can work even when you are in Ghana, and you will be paid in dollars. My second question, or my second response to Aladi asked whether at the local level we'll be able to have craft our own models to fit the various localities. I think he was not here when I was doing my first presentation. I mentioned that as one of our challenges, that we want to get to that point where you can craft your own models within the place. I even use that for you in Chereponi and all that. So I think that question was asked even before he asked the question. And then finally, with this folio production, I want to ask a question. Why is it that it's only in Chereponi that it is cultivated? Because if you look at the area or the economy, the geographical area, Chereponi is very close. It's being shared border with the Bunkpurugu and the Yuntoo constituencies. They have similar, let's say, weather conditions. So I don't know why it is like that. Maybe you can take it out to clarify. It's a serious
Order. I think the is here. Go with me. Okay. So thank you very much. GIT 1 minute. Briefly, we are running out of time. 1 minute. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. So my remarks is just general. I want to say that where we find ourselves as women in this part of the country, there's a lot of challenges to be able to come out to start your own business. I want to build on what Queen Mother said. Mentorship is very key. Capacity building is all required to be able to ensure that your business thrives. I want to also urge that we shouldn't be afraid to walk to the institutions. Be it the assembly, be it any of the institutions that will help us. Because there's this notion that some of the institutions, when you go, there's a lot of bureaucracy and it will stop what you are doing. So, women, youth, let's get going. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So, yes, please go ahead. 1 minute.
So, maybe just to add to what I said about the Yuntoo program, we can improve. I agree that all of the program, the public education, the sensitization program, gone a little bit far as compared to what we did. This is the first year of it. It's going to run for the next 3 years. We improve and make sure that it goes down. Having said that, I just want to respond to a question thrown to my brother from the Youth Employment Agency. In my previous life, before I became Director for Research and Innovation, I was a research fellow of the Institute of Local Government Studies. Last year, I was in the I trained all the 6 districts, the assembly members in Northeast Region and trained Upper East Region. So I was in Bunkpurugu, Yuntoo-Nasuan, some of the coordinating directors, they know me, I work for them. As part of the training, we looked at there was a local economic development aspect where some of these potentials, soybeans, SME was brought up. I think one of the things our DCs who are here, I will suggest you do is about how intentionally you are going to promote some of these potentials. You must deliberate about it. You must find ways and means, as part of local economic development, to dedicate resources. The question about if your program agency getting you to going to phone you. How about assembly identifying that we're going to be intentional about producing 1,000 bags of folio in our district this year and getting a buyer from Southern Ghana or outside the country to import it? How about assembly taking it up as part of this local economic development? It's something we could do. Because, as I said, I work at the Institute of Local Government Studies. I know of districts that have sister relationship with cities in Germany, in US, where they bring tourists from these countries, they partner with them, they get resources to develop these things. So one of the challenges as a local government practitioner I saw from the northern districts is that we're not intentional about promoting our potentials. When we had this forum in Upper East, Garu and others talked about how they have share butter, the women produce share butter, but they're not often this. And I asked the question, why can't the assembly go and look for share butter buyers in Accra? Build a working relationship with them. We have women in Garu produce share butter. We can give you 1,000 crates of share butter a year. Build that relationship with them. The women they produce the share butter, they know someone has come to buy it. Lastly, Honorable DC, I'd like your immediate intervention to get the G to focus on our women. Our sister who has been training our ladies. But it's a government flagship program, national apprenticeship program. It seeks to train the young ones who want to go into this apprenticeship. I think our sister who has been training these people for free could be one of the best craftsmen women to train them. So that someone should take it up. Get them to one of the women who will train young people in that district. She has the experience. She should do it for so many years for free. So the government is going to pay craftsmen to train people. How about she was really free? She benefit from it. So no GO support, but she should be giving some of the apprentices and the national apprenticeship program to train to pay off for what she has been doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's a follow-up from okay.
Please, 30 seconds.
Yeah, because I'm just passionate about the lady. So, which assembly is it coming from?
I think that one, we can do the connection as part of the network. So, okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
So let's take the final words.
If you want to know where she is, I will send you. Thank you very much.
Let's take the final words. Then we can go
I want to beg to let the ability. I will not operate, just 2 minutes. Right? Maybe give a hand to the lady weaver. The Bible says that you cast your bread upon the waters and you shall bring it in many ways. That is what she has done. You see, sometimes people look for people to work for them. They pay them. But she has been able to get these people to train free.
For 17 years.
Yes. Strategically, as they train, she trains them free, they work for her.
Yes.
But she doesn't pay them. So she benefits from the high side. You know, so you can give this information to others. Well, please emulate that initiative. Thank you very much. The one who asked about whether the assemblies can do this is on their own. Yes, assembly has the overall responsibility to develop the area, to identify areas of engagement, as my colleague said, as part of their poverty reduction strategy. So we're supposed to plan a budget within your assembly's system to support sections of this. Then also we leverage on the other stakeholders, the here gathered, to engage in that. The YEA, you talked about centralized modeling, which we want to realize. And I want to tell you that you have the opportunity to propose additions by way of concept notes to your superiors so that it can be added. And then the DC also asked, he asked a question which sort of trying to say that there should be more sensitization. But I want to go back to the issue to tell you that the role of sensitization is part of your assignment. So have a program, identify these agencies and stakeholders, engage with them so that they can create a platform for them to come and help you sensitize the public. Okay, so no assembly here can be left the book to say that somebody else to come and do this for me without you taking the initiative. So the issue is about initiative. So from the RCC's point of view, we provide catalysts, okay, for development or living environment. When we came to Northeast, there was no bank in quotes. We only had a program which we later followed out some credit university. And then the investor was also hiding somewhere. So we had to go to the commercial bank headquarters, the minister. We wrote a letter. We went to see the managing director. So they applied, but there was no, they said the land was taken. They said no land was taken. So then and there, we had them the following week to come and inspect the place and project started. So those are things the RCC stands for. Recently, I think when the agreed director is supporting those things, we will talk to you about the minister's tomato production initiative, which we are also putting in a lot of measures enabling the environment to ensure that all district assemblies support these groups. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So please, let's do better for the panelists. You're doing an excellent job. So please, you are discharged. Yes, you will handle that as part of the concluding remarks.
Thank you very much, panelists and moderator.